don't know who that is either.
Joey? That's Lord Cucamonch.
No, Lord Cucaracha was like an immensely powerful vampire lich. He wouldn't resort to this kind of things. He would...
You're changing the story every time that name comes up now. Jesus.
Everything.
He ruled from his mountain keep in the far north. He doesn't need to involve himself in such trivial affairs.
Alfonso de Tambor is the real name of Lord Kokomo.
Cucaracha, Chimichanga, Kokomo, whatever you call him this week.
That's his real name. That you read it in a book. I remember that, even though I wasn't even there. I remember that.
I don't know what you're talking about,
We
Algernon.
need to go catch him.
Algernon, I don't know any Alfonso de Tambor, but if this guy's Lord Cucarachas, then we have to kill him.
That's who the shapeshifter is.
Look, if that's the case, get in the bunker now. I'll play the note and kill him myself.
I'm pretty sure.
Assuming he's still in the tower.
If that's the case, you're not going to make it out before I play it anyway. At least you may as well be safe.
By the way, I'm not really a musician, but I do have a passing interest in understanding rhythms. Do you have any of your research notes you'd be willing to share?
Oh, I thought you'd never ask. Thank God, a devoted practitioner. Here. He actually rummages around on a shelf by Joey, and then comes back. This is a tome that, assuming you get out of here, which you should, I really do intend for you to, you will want to keep hidden from anyone at Dragonspire. Promise.
Oh.
You mean Dragon's Bane?
Either way. Those fools. Don't let them see.
Either one. Dragonspire is not
I quickly leafed through it.
You are looking you are looking at what is a beginner's guide to rhythmancy.
Ah, okay, and I'm assuming that I guess, for someone fluent in rhythm, it would actually make a good bit of sense.
As you sober up, you're able to translate quite a bit of this. You could probably actually use this to teach someone, if not learn it yourself.
You should give it to Gibnaf.
Alright, yeah,
anyway.
let's all get in the bunker.
Are you all satisfied with what we've done?
Thank you very much. What's your name, by the way?
My name? You will know me when they see me again. I am Morrison.
It's nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Right.
As he says that, he looks more like a rock star than you have ever known. The great bards would be envious of this man.
Well,
we all pile into the bunker, I guess.
Well, good luck in the stars. Hope you find your stage.
Don't worry. I'll come back on the mothership for you.
I hope you don't die of oxygen deprivation, even though you probably will.
You go outside, you go into the bunker, and you hear a single note.
Oh God, it's awful!
Mirella, it's okay.
Oh God, it was the brown note. We all need to change.
And then,
speak for yourself.
Suddenly,
I mean, you can keep wearing those pants if you want.
Silence.
It's not my business.
That was awful.
Joey, stop trying to make up for the fact that you farted in your pants.
Excuse me?
Where else would he fart if not in his pants?
Shameful.
Also, Joey doesn't wear pants.
Let's play D&D Epic Tier. I sharded.
No, we're sticking with the other
Why don't you make a
title.
threat about it?
When the silence occurs, the door just quietly creaks open. You are now in a crater. There is no trace of the tower's existence.
Jeez. That is some of the weirdest magic I think I have seen in a good while.
Why don't you write your sister about it?
Yeah.
Damn.
Who's saying that?
My sister in another dimension.
She's in this dimension. She just talked to Miriam like 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met her. She was nice.
Anyway, that guy. So we witnessed the beginning of his brutal
Career?
legend, as we call it.
His rise to the stars.
His brutal legend.
No.
Joey, come out of the bunker.
Fine. I'll come out of the funky bunker.
The funky barn, so to speak.
Mhm.
No, I'm
There
going to
is-
sit in here for 4 hours and breed goats.
There is actually a note addressed to Joey on the ground.
What?
Yep.
Joey,
It's probably some kind of veiled insult. I guess.
it's probably an insult. I'll read the note.
The note specifically points out, you know, that shapeshifter might have something to do with a lot of weird things that are going on in town lately. You should be careful who you trust.
Signed, Hearts, Love, Morrison.
Yup.
He seems nice.
What a strange man. Anyway, we need to track that shapeshifter down.
You don't see any body in the area, but you also see no rubble. It's, whatever the
It's
hell his
almost
magic
as if-
did, it was pretty clean.
So it's almost as if the tower just teleported away.
Could be, yeah. But
We could always get an eyewitness account.
I prefer to think that he just took off like a rocket.
I'm sure they would have seen it from here if it happened.
Well, we need to climb out of this
Actually,
pit.
that's a good point. I want to look up. I look up.
you look up and you see something shining bright in the sky. It slowly fades away.
Oh.
You did take
He's
off.
so dead right now.
Bless you.
He is a corpse.
God's speed.
That I really liked that frozen corpse. Too bad he's a frozen corpse now.
Okay, we need to climb our way out of this pit. I've got a climber's kit.
It's actually
the rest of the-
relatively steep. You can just walk out.
Yeah, wait, you mean not steep?
That's my point. It's got a.
I mean, if it's shaped like a tower,
Sorry.
it should be just like a perfect cylinder.
Well, you did realize that it was getting bigger with every floor, right?
Huh?
You did realize it was getting bigger
Jo-
with every floor, right?
Joey walks out instead of arguing
There you
with
go.
the instead
There's
of arguing with the
neat-
universe.
There's a neatly dug stairway out,
Yep.
like Mike Mulligan's steam shovel.
You find yourself back at the wagon.
How many dumb old references can I make in one
Back
episode?
to the wagon. Well, that was a zero-sum victory.
No, it's not.
Pretty
We learned that there was an evil shapeshifter who is probably tied to everything that's going on in the castle. And
said-
I got to
you said
We
what
already
now?
knew we already knew there were shapeshifters.
You said what now?
apparently we
Nothing.
learned that
Nothing. Shut up, Algernon. We didn't learn anything.
we
Okay, because I'm
gathered
pretty sure I heard
evidence.
you. I'm pretty sure I heard you say there are shapeshifters in the castle.
No,
Things
we
I
said
was.
nothing about
No.
anything like that.
Not in the castle.
His
Not
hands.
anywhere. Algernon, shut
His
up.
hands begin to glow with lightning. I'm pretty sure I killed that one before to try and prevent this. How do I know
That's the
you're
one
who
we were
I saw?
That's the one we were talking about, and you killed them. That's right.
Yeah.
You're still going to need to prove you're who I've been dealing with.
There's only been one shapeshifter, and you killed it, so there's no more shapeshifters.
Yeah.
That's
We know,
true.
but what I meant to say is we knew it is involved in this plot somehow. We might have some clues, but we need further investigating to be sure.
What kind of investigation do you need?
Well, we can handle it on ourselves. We are the prophesized heroes, after all. Now go away.
Also,
I'm carefully watching his lips.
They are not twitching. All right. Well, you know where to find me if you need me, but the instant you hear anything or find out there's a second, you tell me. Understood?
Absolutely not.
Pretty. I understood you at the very least.
Thank you.
shapeshifters are assholes, and they will be dealt with if they are found.
He vanishes.
How's our frog doing?
When you get in there, the frog has just turned back into primordial slime.
Oh.
I guess there's some. Well, I don't know. By the way, am I still?
You guys have recovered.
Why do all of our pets get horribly maimed or dissolved into goo?
Well, it wasn't supposed to live in this world. It was a ritual gone awry. Temporary life.
Yeah. Also, we have pets that don't die. Dobson is still fine.
Corgi Shriner, too.
How's our... What?
Yeah.
Corgi Shriner is with the other two, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hot.
How's our camel with the bird legs doing?
The chick camel is doing pretty well.
How did you see anything interesting while we were gone, Dobson? I see. Then were there any people with them? Oh, must have been too late by now then.
What? What did he say?
Mineral doesn't know.
I have no idea. Yeah.
Do I know?
Yeah, Miriam speaks loose elephant.
What's that? Timmy's in the well?
We trust you, Dobson. Don't worry.
Hi.
And with that, we have solved the murder of...
I guess I'll feed him like a live ferret or something.
A what?
A live ferret. Elephant eat that, right?
No. Elephants eat like nuts and berries. They don't eat...
What? No, I'm surely I give him like an animal.
Elephants are not carnivores.
If I don't have one on hand, I'll just kill a passing one instantly with my mind power. And then give it to him.
A nearby rabbit explodes. What? Elephants don't eat meat.
I'm sure he didn't eat meat, don't I?
Is he turning
We're
into
going
a
back to
whale?
the fire.
Is he turning into a whale?
No, that was Miriam responding.
Oh.
Do elephants eat meat?
Mineral gets out her cell stone.
Algernon, Joey, Mineral, follow me.
Huh?
Weren't you listening to Dobson? The shifter
I don't speak...
walked towards the cliff.
Looking down, you can see no bodies or evidence that it's been there. Whatever it did was concealed under the smoke and flames.
Maybe it recovered something that would fallen in one of the wagons.
It's possible. All you know is
Maybe
that's
another
where it was
harp
last
was fell
seen.
down there.
All you know is that's where it was last seen.
How long ago was that?
You're asking an elephant for an accurate representation of time.
Dobson is really smart.
But he doesn't use
If
your
you
same
believe
skills.
Mineral, Dobson is a wizened
Dobson
veteran.
has a much higher wisdom than me, I'll say that.
I know your
He
stat
is-
range. That's not impressive.
The thing is that
Oh, God.
wisdom is more like street smarts than book smarts.
Well, yeah.
He's an elephant that's been around. He knows everything an elephant needs to know, but that doesn't mean that he's like a
An elephant savant, yes.
yeah. He's not
Yeah,
member.
you know,
He is not a member of the intelligentsia.
Yep.
he only has a intelligence of 2, but he has a high wisdom. He knows everything he needs.
It is hard to trick this elephant. I'm going to examine the burning wreckage for areas that appear to have been tampered with recently.
That would probably be where the newest wagon crashed into things. It's very recent. It's still mostly brown if you want to try and put out the fire around it.
Yeah, let's do that, actually. Yeah, and then we can investigate it.
How do you plan to do that?
Well, I plan to blow the fire out by beating my wings rapidly.
Works for me.
Oh,
That's the wrong eraser tool. You manage to smother most of the flames, and the fire dies down to a very minimum bit that's kept on a couple of embers.
Good, because we'll need to start it again later.
Yes.
But I want to investigate the most recent wagon.
The most recent wagon does have another harp in it. Clearly someone was trying to dispose of it.
I take it.
What you also find is a hole.
A hole leading down into the ground?
No, a hole like the one Joey currently has wrapped up carefully.
A portable hole.
Ah, I wrapped this one up,
Mm-hmm. Smart move.
such that someone could not climb out of it at a moment's notice.
A piece of paper comes out of it, if you want to look at it.
I'll definitely take it.
Okay. It does have
and-
writing on it.
Yes, I'm going to bring it back to the group so we can all read it together.
Okay.
Then I'm
So
going to
that
start the
if
fire
something-
again.
You...
'Cause,
Well,
you
you
know.
see, you beat your wings slightly slower so that you fan the
Yes,
flames instead of
yes.
smother them.
That's how fire works.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
It's fiery again.
Excellent.
ah,
Okay, I found this stuff. I found there was another hole, and he may have escaped into here, so I'm keeping it closed for now. Also, there was this paper. Let's all have the camera on all of us, and while I read it.
Mm-hmm.
let me hear it.
Okay.
You want me to actually just read it off, or should I send it to you so you can read it?
Send it to me so that I can dramatically read it.
You got it.
Hey, sir, has Dobson, leveled up at all since we've had him? Can Malfi
Yeah.
them do that? I don't think they can.
Dobson's like level 15, I think.
He's a level 8 brute.
You want to level him up? Go nuts.
What? How much?
I will allow up to 15. Sounds right. Yeah, why not?
Oh my god, that's okay. Sure.
Look, if I ever need to, I have an instant solution for the Dobson problem. So
An instant
Dobson
solution
effect?
to the Dobson problem.
that did come out really bad. Now that I think about it, let me.
Well,
That sounds like a yeah.
Yeah, let's just not
I
dwell on
have-
that, and I'm going to continue
Let's
typing.
call it Serg's final solution.
I hate you.
I thought about making that joke, but then I thought better of it.
I
Once in my life,
Dobson was
I'm
really
here
good
to
investment.
scoop up all the jokes that are too bad for everyone else.
Like,
too hot
He
for
only
TV.
he only cost me 3,500 gold, which is less than a magic item, but he's been way more useful than one.
Yeah, he. Remember when we were jumped by a band of bandits and he killed them all in one swoop?
That
Himself?
was pretty early. Yeah.
I was pretty useful.
Elephants
that-
are the natural enemy of bandits.
Yeah. I just love every time Mineral comes up with a elephants are nature's blank. Elephants are nature's firefighters. Might be my favorite thing Dobson ever said about Dobson. What was he gonna do?
He put out that fire back in Boderton, if you remember.
What did he? I don't remember how he did that.
He stomped it out.
Stomped it out. I figured you assumed that he would just find the nearest source of water and just hose it down. Are you typing out something for us, Serg?
Yes.
Okay. I thought we were kind of winding down for the night.
Yeah, this is the finale. Miriam, you're good.
Did you get that, Miriam?
Yeah, did that not
Serg
say?
has typed thing. Serg has sent you a thing.
Ah, okay. I show it to them. So this is from the person who's been smuggling shapeshifters.
Oh, he's smuggling
You guys-
shapeshifters?
Says, you will need an advanced degree of form control to make this trip. We can only take 1, he thought 2 before, more people. No killing. This is a peaceful trip. You will be on your own after giving your new identity, blend in, assimilate, and destroy this note once paid.
So shapeshifters are paying to be smuggled into this place.
Yes.
That sounds like something they do.
But
Yeah.
it also seems like they're not actually trying to mess with anything.
We definitely can't trust anything that doesn't assume its true form at all times.
But consider the following philosophical quandary. What if I, through advanced magic, were not in my true form, but did not know it?
Oh.
If you don't know, then it's not your fault.
Well, if there's no deception, then it's not your fault. No, it's only...
Yeah,
it's
you're
only-
not deceiving.
Mineral, what if,
Furthermore,
how
what
would
if
you
there
feel?
exists a
Like,
creature
what
that
if-
lacks a true form?
But what was
Mineral,
that
what if
doing?
you just wanted to? What if you just wanted to fit in with people and you didn't think they would accept you, so you had to alter your form so that you could blend in with society better? But you didn't
That sounds
really
like
want to
a
do
really
it for any
dumb
month.
idea. People should just be honest about themselves.
I guess you're right.
Mineral is sweating.
Mineral, consider the
Oh,
possible
Mineral is just... What's that?
Consider the possible existence of a creature that lacks a true form and must at all times consciously choose a form.
Everything has a true form. And
Can
form
you
that
prove that statement?
Well,
If not, we must accept the alternate possibility.
I feel like this is not the time to be getting
Furthermore, we can determine one way or the other by doing research.
well, I would say that
Let
a
us to
creature
the library.
form is a form that it assumes while not trying to deceive anyone, even if that isn't necessarily its natural form. If it is the form that most properly expresses its true identity or true nature, then it would be its true form in all senses of the word that mattered.
But again, your use of true identity and true form begs the question of the existence of something that lacks such a
Do you think
essential nature that is common to some, but maybe non-existent in
Do
others.
you think there can be such a creature that lacks an identity, that lacks a core self, a uttermost, persona at their heart?
Off the top of my head, it seems possible, but we should go to the library and do research.
Where did Sir go?
He had to go do something. At any rate, maybe we can do that while we wait for
Hey,
Gidnaf and
just gonna say something. Hello.
Who are you?
You
Hey,
should.
He was the guy from.
He's the gatekeeper.
Yeah.
He's the guy at the gate that we met. When we
Hello.
So, I'm not sure who to talk to, but there's some people in town who've been acting a little strange lately.
When
Really?
you say strange, do you mean like just sort of unusual mannerisms, like they don't really fit in?
Yeah, a bit of that. And I thought it
Okay.
might have just been a case of sometimes when people go underground to hide from the dragons, they get a little cramped up. Everything gets a little strange for a few days, but it's been too soon for that, and it's people who are topside, too.
Have you seen these people before?
Yes.
Were they relatively new in town?
No?
And these people that you have been behaving strangely, so they have been in town for quite some time, but their behavior patterns are different than previous expectations would lead you to believe.
I think so?
So they weren't acting weird before, is what she means.
No, they were acting like they acted, and now they're not.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Could you perhaps
Well-
take us to some of them?
I don't know if I want to do that, but I can show you where a few of them would be.
That would be fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
thanks for giving us the tip. We'll definitely look into it.
Here's the big problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
They're the city guard.
Curious.
I see.
I mean, it's maybe it's just my imagination, but some of them seem to be filling out their armor a little odd, or kind of scratching at
So the
things that they
city
shouldn't
guard-
feel.
So a shapeshifter as the city guard planted the rune to eliminate the tax collectors who were keen to their plan. Got it.
You know, I liked my life a lot better when I was oblivious to the existence of shapeshifters. Everything was a lot more simple back then.
Are you...
Mineral, the world is filled with mysteries.
So,
I'm gonna
I know, it's
push
really weird.
him.
you're going to
I
shove him
find it very
aside during this?
uncomfortable.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's just gonna
well,
look
so
nervous.
we don't want to freak that guy out with our. So I'm just gonna say thanks for the tip, and don't tell anybody what you told us. We won't tell anybody either. We'll look into it.
All right. I'm going to go home now because it's getting dark and
Yeah.
my wife's
Yes.
going to be waiting for me.
Stay
Thank
safe.
you.
Take care. I don't like that guy.
Old Hob. He's a good guy.
So,
I hate him.
are there any questions you guys want? Are there any questions you guys want to handle before we take care of the recording for the night?
So the shapeshifters
so-
taking over the city guard would put them in the position where they could strike at pretty much anyone who's of value in the city.
And given that the shapeshifters have completely unknown capabilities, and the shapeshifters and those two tax collectors were basically the only people who would ever hang out on the wall, it's possible that the tax collectors were figuring out the shapeshifters' plan. The shapeshifters feared that they'd squeal and bad things would happen to the shapeshifters, so they decided to eliminate them in a surreptitious manner.
Yes.
It's possible. I'd say 40%.
That seems a little convoluted.
I don't
It's very
know.
basic if you're in any of their individual positions.
Yeah.
Well, then why did that guy have a bag full of shapeshifters on him at the time? Then?
He didn't. Well, that guy wasn't really aware of what was happening.
Yeah, but
Or maybe somebody else-
yeah, but the thing remains that if he was figuring out their plan, don't you think he'd have realized he had a bag full of shapeshifters?
No.
No, because if he didn't
And-
know how they were entering the city,
Yeah, he
it might not have
maybe,
occurred to him to check his bag for impossible geometry.
yeah, maybe he was aware, but he had no idea that he was the one being used.
I don't think the tax collectors knew anything.
My
Well,
head hurts.
Stands to reason they only the guards and him went up onto the wall.
All I'm
So-
saying is that it's a possibility. Again,
I think it's a good solid theory.
it could also be that someone who knew this was going on was trying to eliminate guardsmen in a surreptitious manner, and that's why the trap room was placed along the.
I think it makes more. I
maybe
think
they
it
were
makes
trying
more
to
sense.
keep
I think
some pocket-
yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
think
were
it makes
trying to-
more sense that the guards were trying. Okay, somebody needs to speak first.
Okay,
Track
maybe
would be good.
somebody is aware and was trying to surreptitiously take out the shapeshifters.
No, I think it's more that the shapeshifters were trying to take out the guards so they could assume their form and take over.
Well, they would do it in a way that was a little bit more.
What if they've already taken over? What if one of us is a shapeshifter?
None of us is a shapeshifter.
What if the king is a shapeshifter?
Minerella,
They're
are you
all
a shapeshifter? Don't lie to me. 'cause
No! That's, what
Can we-
a stupid question.
you posed the question.
Of course I'm not a shapeshifter.
Alright, that checks out.
Are you a
I-
shapeshifter? No. Okay.
Definitely not a shapeshifter.
Minerelle would totally tell me if she was a shapeshifter.
I wouldn't even know how to
What?
shift my shape. I mean,
I wouldn't even know how to shape a shift. Okay. I think we're done for the night.
At least I got this book that I can't let anyone know about.
Yeah.
Well,
I
Oh, no.
actually
But I'm
sent a
going to
couple of
study
you
its secret.
tells about like insight and things that none of you looked at during the whole thing.
I didn't get it. Why didn't I
What?
read them?
Just based on insight checks and things.
Passive
did?
insight is a thing.
Yep.
I didn't get anything.
I didn't get it. Oh, so only the smart people club gets to be in on the secret.
pretty much.
Mhm.
It's okay. Next week, Cod is going to have figured out some of this, and Gibnef has his own clue, so things will come together.
And we have a whole bunch of neat songs to give him.
what is it with COD solving problems off screen?
Cod actually asks me to do things when he's not here.
Yeah.
Same with
Oh, yeah.
Gimnif.
You can talk to the DM outside of the game.
I always think that's right.
I've kind of done that before, but it never really amounted to anything.
Yeah, we didn't possess you, sorry.
Yeah. Well, even before that, like, remember back in when Mineral had all the pet bugs, the dragon bugs?
Yes.
After we left the islands, and like it turns in they all died the next day.
Yeah.
You remember that? Like I went to Zerg and I was like, Algernon's gonna like go out in the night and kill all of them because he doesn't trust them. But then they all died for other reasons, so he didn't do it.
Yeah, you got trumped on
those,
that one by Kensington. Sorry.
Yeah, Kensington wound up killing them all before I had a chance to.